Let's quickly review Momax magnetic wireless charging station. This is ArtIsRight. Before we start, subscribe if you're new and hit on the bell icon so you'll be notified every time I upload cool new videos like this. Momax have sent me this magnetic wireless charging station for review. All the opinions you're about to hear are my own. I have reviewed a few of their products in the past and I genuinely appreciate their unique approach to design compared to other accessory makers that are out there. This being said, before they sent me this, I am using the Apple MagSafe dual charger for my nightstand. This is something that I use a lot. I charge my Apple Watch and also my phone on here. However, when it comes to my AirPod, I have to use a separate charging cable for it. This is the AirPod Pro. So with this dock, what you get in the box is pretty much just the dock itself. It is a 3-in-1 charger. You also get a USB-C to USB-C cable. This is around 3 feet long. It does not include a power adapter like many of these docks that are being sold on the market today. Momax recommend that you use a 30-watt power adapter with this dock. You don't want to use anything less than 30 watts, although you can definitely use something that's higher than 30 watts because there are circuitry in here that will prevent overcurrent and you don't have to worry about overheating, overcurrent, anything like that. As far as charging go, this dock will allow you to charge up to 3 devices, an iPhone, Apple Watch, and also a AirPod with a wireless charging case. This will provide up to 15 watts of power to your iPhone, 5 watts of power to your Apple Watch, and also 5 watts of power to your AirPod. The dock itself is fairly simple. It's made out of plastic. The top here is a matte plastic, but it's designed really well and it feels really well. In the front, you will see that there are 2 LED indicators. These are a white LED that blinks when it's charged and also is solid when it's full. And it will also blink into amber, for instance, if there is any error in the charging. On the back, you get a USB-C connection. This is where the cable from the dock would go in. And on the dock itself or on the station, you get this nice aluminum arm that is a cantilever design for the iPhone. Based on my testing so far, having this on my nightstand, it is absolutely solid. It's balanced really well that when your phone's on there, it doesn't feel like your phone's going to tip over if you pick it up or anything like that. It tends to work really well, as you see right now. Obviously, this is on the table, so my angle is a little bit strange. This is why you see the dock moving a little bit. But I have used this on my nightstand, and I have been extensively testing this for about a week now, and it has been working really well. Now, the other thing, too, is I want to pull the iPhone off quickly and point something out about the Apple Watch stand. So for the Apple Watch, there is that indentation there that you see in the front. This is made to accommodate the crown if you want to set your watch down this way, which I think works in a way. However, if you have your watch nightstand mode enabled, the timing is going to be vertical. And the only way to get the nightstand mode to work properly is to have the crown facing up as you're seeing now. And this will show you the proper nightstand mode. But this now has a little bit more space and your watch can now wiggle a little bit. This is the part that I would say is something that I think about a little bit. I wouldn't say that it necessarily bothers me, but it's something that I notice that your watch can move this way. This is a little bit different, for example, than the Apple MagSafe Duo, because the way how they have designed this is flat and pretty much the bottom of the case itself just rests with the watch, so there's really no give in the way how the watch can move. Something to note there, I don't think this is a big deal, but having the glossy plastic on the back definitely does not help either with this side-to-side movement. Just something to note on that regard. The last thing is there is a plus sign on this. As I mentioned before, this will provide 5 watts of power to the AirPod with wireless charging case. Now, I generally use my AirPod in a silicone case like this, which works out fairly well. As long as you can line it in the right position, it will charge. It shouldn't give you any problem. Sometimes I'll line this up and it may not be really well. It will start charging a little bit and will give me an error. So that's just something to remember. And also the silicone case does increase the distance between the base station itself or the charging station and the charging case too. So that's just another thing to remember. But if I don't use that, for instance, I can just simply pull it out of the silicone case and put it down there. This can move around a little bit. There's no MagSafe charging or anything like that, so it definitely can move around a little bit freely on here. And that's another reason why I like having a silicone or rubber case on there, is that it minimizes movement. I can put this on fully like so, and this is what it will look like with all the device being charged at night. Now, the other thing what I really like about their standard product in general is that this MagSafe can be rotated sideways. So if you want to turn this towards you on your nightstand and use this to view a YouTube video, a TikTok, or anything like that in a horizontal orientation, you can certainly do that. I mean, TikTok is going to be vertical, very similar to Instagram. But if you're watching YouTube and you want to view it in full screen, you can certainly turn it sideways. For example, viewing my channel, that would be a good thing to do, right? Anyway, you can certainly use it in that regard. And I feel that the dock is really well built considering, everything that it does offer. A few more things that you want to consider if you are thinking about getting this charging station to use on your nightstand. And especially if you use the Apple Watch nightstand mode, this is something that you should really think about. And that is the height of the nightstand in relation to the bed and your line of sight. If it's lower, chances are you'll get up in the morning, it will see the movement and you can see the time without any problem, or any time you get up for that matter. However, if your nightstand is higher and your line of sight is pretty much at the bottom of this dock, or at pretty much baseline with the nightstand, what may happen is that when you get up in the morning, the first thing you're gonna see is the charging case for your AirPod, and it may block, for example, the nightstand mode on your Apple Watch. And that's just something to consider depending on the line of sight and how high and low your nightstand is. Something that I have noticed in my testing and I want to point that out to you. Anyway, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Give this a like, subscribe, and hit on the bell to renew. And in art we trust.